morning. It is Tuesday, April 21st, and we're going to continue to talk a little bit about stimulus money, as the title of this morning's devotional is The Dangers of Covetousness. This idea of stimulus money is interesting in the sense that sometimes it's an impulsive kind of a spending, and you spend it on crazy things that you probably never would spend it on. The idea of stimulus money is to kind of stimulate the economy, that it might get things moving a little bit. And so here we have a 1948 Case SC tractor, and so if you were to take your stimulus money and purchase this tractor, you could see that that would really stimulate the truck we saw yesterday, the 1941 Dodge truck. So that's just an example. If you're interested in this tractor, let me know. But a lot of times when we have money like that, we may have a tendency to keep it on ourselves. And the money was intended to help. And so how could we help? When you do a Google search about how to spend your stimulus money, all these corporations are vying for that money. But when we look at who really needs help, there's a lot of people that have lost their jobs. If they're in the oil industry, they're struggling. If they work in the restaurant business, they're struggling. If they have a small business, they're struggling. And these are people that we could actually help. And I would encourage you to pray about that a little bit. Get our focus onto others and not ourselves as an opportunity to do some real good in a time where there's some real need. In Luke 12:15 we read, "And he said unto them, Take heed, beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisted not in the abundance of the things which he possesses." So there's a man that comes to the Lord, and he's interested in his inheritance, and the Lord can see that he's motivated by greed. And so he tells a little story about a guy that's going to work really hard, and then he's going to, at the end, take his ease. But what the Lord tells him is, his life is not in his own hands. What he doesn't know is he's going to die before he ever gets to that point. I've known a lot of individuals that shortly after they retired, they passed away. You probably have too. And how many people today just work extremely hard to accumulate wealth, and all the time they're neglecting things that are truly important, things that are eternal. They're neglecting the Lord, their Bible, prayer, service, worship, all of these things. Then you also see it going to the point where they neglect their family. And so these are things that God is warning us about, is to be very concerned about it. Because I don't know if you've ever noticed about covetousness, is that the more you get, the more you want. The more you have, it seems like the more you need. What we really need is gratitude. We need to ask the Lord to help us appreciate the things we have, and instead of pursuing the things we don't have. We see in our weekly readings that in 1 Samuel 8:15 that the nation of Israel was not happy with Samuel or his sons, and definitely his sons. And they wanted a king. They wanted to be like the others. And what we see is Samuel tells them, that king's going to take 10% of all you have. Many of you are thinking, man, I'd like a government that only took 10%. 10%. And so they weren't happy. God told them, and Samuel knew, you're not going to be happy. This is not going to make you happy. We got to be very careful about what we chase. We got to be very careful about how we direct our lives. Here the Lord is warning us. Let's heed the warning. Let's be grateful for what God has given us. Let's look out for the needs of other people. Let us be conduits of blessings for the Lord. May God bless you this day as you endeavor to serve Him through these difficult times. We'll see you tomorrow.